I've had MS since 2004. My first episode was an optic neuritis diagnosis. I was unable to see out of one eye. And that's how we discovered and went through the process of going to the doctors. And then I ultimately finalized the whole diagnosis with a spinal tap, and that verified it. Coincidentally, when I did get the spinal tap, I was in a transitional state through jobs. So I chose not to get the results of my spinal tap immediately. Moved out of state a couple years later, and then I started having little issues with movement. And so I went ahead and went to a neurologist in the city and state I lived in Nashville, and that's when I told him, get my results of my spinal tap in Ohio, because I think we can verify that I have MS, because I pretty much know I do. And that's when I got the actual verification about 2010, 2011. It literally was a few years later. But I didn't have any relapses or any specific issues except this little bit of movement issues. And I have had nothing else since. I've been blessed. I also knew it was a stress-related sometimes disease that could be triggered by stress. So I, in my mind, decided I'm just going to minimize the stress in my life. And I told my husband and my family, I'm going to have a very stress-free job, which is what I chose to find. So it was not very good paying, but it was the least amount of stress I knew I could find. And it was a job that I was able to enjoy without being stressed. And I kept that for a while to enjoy, to have that in my mind. And that's what really, I think, has helped me probably stay away from having any relapses, because I keep that mindset of keep the stress away, because I don't want to have a trigger. I think I've been blessed that I have not had anything that has truly limited me with MS. I haven't been as active as I should have been as I've gotten older in the last 15 years that this has all been diagnosed, but I have limited my physical activity, so I think I see it in that I can't do as much. I can't run as fast. I can't roller skate like I love to do. So those are the things that I know that I haven't, but it's because I've chosen not to be as active as I should be. I don't want to attribute it to the MS. The best thing that I think is really special with what you've done is you're bringing other people that have MS. So all of us have different journeys, different levels. Some of us, and of course, I know I'm the least in this particular group that is here today, but I can learn from them, be aware of certain medication, be aware of what they have experienced. I agree that I probably was being very stubborn, and I probably should have gotten the diagnosis information sooner. Started medication in my system to get my body ready to accept it, and then to deal with the possibilities of it getting worse. I have been very neglectful of being consistent with my medication, because I'm still even though I verbally acknowledge it, I still don't totally own it, because in my mind, I'm not letting it rule me, because it is not who I am. It's not it's just something that is there. I do not want it to become the thing that people see when they see me. I choose to live a life that you see me as a person, and you don't see anything that's causing me to look like I have MS.